recording. All right. Good to see everyone this morning. I hope everybody's ready today. We've got a great tasting today. Just something really simple. We're just going to be making just some coffee today, but I got a lot that I want to discuss with you about because I just came out of our Starbucks meeting, and I've got some great announcements to talk to you guys about as far as drinks and even a new food item that is coming down the pike. So stay tuned for that. It's good to see everybody. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. Let me wave at you guys. See you guys there. Good to see ya. All right. So we've got some water here vibing on the side here. Actually, let me clean up my kitchen a little bit. It has been quite a while since we've done a live stream, so it's good to see everybody again. What we're going to do is we're going to actually be using the coffee of the week that we're actually going to be using. Actually, let me see if I can find it here. I just had it. I don't know, where did I just... Oh, we're going to be using... Our coffee of this week is... Oh, okay, there's 5 of you. Oh, okay, thank you, Amy. She just sent me a text saying that there's 5 of you guys watching. So this is pretty cool. This is great. Good to see you guys. The coffee that we're going to be using today is for this week is our Italian roast. But just to let you know, we are still doing things with our anniversary blend and also our West Java. So I encourage you guys, come on in, say hello, and say hi, and just grab a bag of coffee so you can join us along. So we'll be actually doing the West Java and the anniversary blend for the rest of the summer, from what our store manager had told us. But for this week's cadence, we're going to be doing our Italian roast, okay? So we're going to be making some Italian roast, and of course, using our Italian roast, we're going to make another German-style iced coffee. That's right, we're going to make a nice, delicious German-style iced coffee. Using the Italian roast today, so we're just gonna do something really simple with that. But I have a couple of announcements that I'm going to tell you guys about. I'm gonna bring you guys over, obviously, to the area where we make coffee in a second. But I just wanted to get you guys your opinion. What do you guys think of the tasting so far? Have you guys been trying out the coffees? Have you guys been going to the store or coming to our store, my store in particular, and buying bags of coffee? If so, just leave some comments below. Tell me what you guys are thinking. And like I said, it's great to see everyone. It has been a crazy couple of weeks, like I said. Getting a new car, adjusting our schedules for things, flying also too. That's been a big important thing right now. So I hope everyone has been enjoying again the pre-recorded sessions of these tastings. But I'm proud to say it's really cool. I've been seeing a lot of the numbers going up. It's really cool. I mean, like I said, I don't care if I'm talking to one person or even 500. It's so great that you guys are here and you guys are taking the time, whether you're having this on in the background or you're just, you just got it on and you're actually watching. I just want to say thank you for sticking with this. Doing this virtual tasting has been an undertaking on its own. It's just something really simple, just putting up the camera and talking, but doing the tastings. But I just wanted to say, guys, thank you so much for just watching and sticking with us, and it's always great to see you guys. And you guys pop in the store if you live in the area. Again, thank you. I can't thank you guys enough for sticking with this, because this is something, it's turning into something really cool, and trust me, I've got a ton of other projects down the pike, and I can't wait in time to share those with you. Some very, very soon, sooner than others, okay? So let's get to it. I've got a piece of paper here that has everything that I need. Give me 1 second. Bam, 1 second. And when we get over to the coffee station, I'm going to tell you guys about some of the things that we're actually trying out and that we're tasting. So with that being said, I'm going to move you guys over to station 2. Let me move you over. I'm moving both of these at the same time because we are dual recording these. So here we are. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, so let me move this out the way. Let me unplug this. Get these things out the way. We got the water boiling on the side, so we're looking good here. And I'm going to get us plugged in here for the other cam, just in case we run a little low. But I get to take my time a little bit today. I'm not going to take too much time, and I do have a ton of other things that I have to do today. So, like I said, again, I've got 2 monitors here. I think it looks great. But I'm glad you guys are joining us today. And like I said, we're just going to do a nice German-style iced coffee using our Italian roast today. So let me guys give you a little read on that. This is a Starbucks quintessential dark roast, expertly crafted to bring out sweetness and intensity. It showcases the precision and skill of our roasters, who created a coffee that's slightly darker than our espresso roast, without the smoky edge of French press, or French roast. A great cup of coffee, it has a depth of flavor that holds its own with cream and sugar. So normally what we would be doing in a tasting, we would normally be having cream, or sorry, the coffee is what I call them, without any flavoring or anything like that. So we just have them naked pretty much, where you just getting the coffee and it's black. But this particular coffee, specifically the Italian roast, it doesn't have that smoky edge again that the other roasts have. So it's a good I'm sorry, I got a notification there. It was a good notification, but it's a good way to this is also another coffee that I would probably, if I was introducing people to coffee, this is one that I would definitely use, because this is also, you can use the cream and sugar or any type of flavoring that you like. So I think that that's a good combination to start with. Usually the Veranda is also a good one too, but if they're looking for a dark roast without a terrible aftertaste, the Italian roast is absolutely a good way to go. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to do is I got the water boiling already. It's not going to take no 20 minutes, but if it does, who gives a damn? I don't care. But one of the things I was going to talk to you guys about was a couple of the drinks that got introduced. Can you guys all hear me here? I just want to make sure everybody can hear me if I have to turn any sound down. That's the sound of our water there. So let me get our French press on the ready here. Get that. French press ready. There we go. Let's turn that off. And let's move that bad boy off of there. Good deal, good deal. Alright. Oh, I forgot. I gotta put some things together. So in case you guys don't know, I'll break down some of the items here for the French press. With our little sifter here. Put that in. And so, put this right here. Uh-oh. There we go. That's it right there. Sorry, I had to pause right there for a quick second. That on top. And... oh, got an extra one here for the other one. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. And we're going to screw this on. Sorry, I just got these clean, so I'm just putting together our French press here. Don't worry, my hands are clean. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the coffee. So again, we've got some nice ground up coffee for our espresso or for our French press here, and we're using our Italian. Just gonna have to pour right in. By this point, you guys, if you guys have been catching up with the tasting, or you've been looking online and stuff, you should know that this is how we make our French press. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in right there. All right, there you go. Excellent. So actually, let me get a little bit more. She's whistling at me. But I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everybody's having a blast, or just, just taking it easy, whatever you guys are doing. I hope you're just staying safe. Most importantly, especially if you're going out. We're going to do that. Let that vibe on the side for a second. We're going to put 4 minutes on the clock as usual. So we're going to go ahead. Let's get 4 minutes on there. Actually, let me see. Let me reset this. Whoop. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And we got 4 minutes on our clock there. We're going to let that go for 4 minutes right there. So some of the things that we're going to talk about, guys, is some of the different, we're just going to have our Italian roast. We're going to have it with a little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar. The cream that I prefer, I'm actually gonna put some milk in. I'm gonna put some coconut milk in it because I don't usually use a lot of cream with a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna use a little bit of coconut milk and a little bit of organic sugar. Specifically, I'm gonna be using coconut sugar, which is much healthier for you. So one of the things I'm going to talk to you guys about is our last tasting that we did, which was really great. I think a lot of people enjoyed it, and that's why I had the big giant watermelon in the thumbnail there. But that was the Kiwi Starfruit Refresher. And remember, that's going to come in 3 different varieties. You can get it with the water, with the lemonade, and with the milk, okay? And specifically, it'll be the coconut milk. And one of the things that I got to do just literally maybe just about half hour ago was get a taste. Well, we've done the tastings before, but we've with the kiwi drinks, but these are kind of like the varieties that you'll be able to get them with. And it did, this time we did have the inclusions, the kiwi inclusions in there. So it was much better, much more delicious. And I will tell you, when you bite on those little kiwi inclusions there, they're like little bits of kiwi, it's definitely going to give you a nice, strong, sweet, tart, tangy type flavor. And the juice already, the kiwi juice is already nice and tangy. So you're definitely going to feel it. You know how you eat something sour and like, ooh, you're definitely going to feel it there. But not so much with the lemonade, I feel, and with the coconut, you're gonna get it. The coconut's a little bit smoother. The water kind of, I mean, depending on how much water they put in it, we want to make sure that we don't dilute it too much. So in some cases, you might want to ask for light water or just and not too much water. But if that's what you prefer, that's what you prefer. Oh, hold on one second, guys. There we go. Sorry about that. So, that's one of the things that we're going to do with the Kiwi Starfruit Refresher. That's one of them. The next drinks are 2 different varieties of drinks, but they are kind of different in certain ways. The next one is literally titled the Salted Caramel Cream Cold Brew. The Salted Caramel Cream Cold Brew. It's actually really good, very smooth. And there's different variations of that. So you have that, and you also have the Salted Caramel Cream Nitro Cold Brew. And for those of you who like nitro coffee or nitro cold brew, you do know that nitro cold brew is definitely one of the strongest coffees you can get at Starbucks. It's absolutely delicious. And these 2 drinks are actually really good. I actually really enjoy them a lot. The other one that we have is the cold brew, or the nitro cold brew with cinnamon almond milk foam. So what's cool about this is that the foam that you would get on top is a cinnamon. We have the cinnamon mixed in, and then also I forgot to mention it's with that, and then it's also with the dark cocoa. I almost mentioned that. Now the big difference between the dark mocha and then the dark cocoa is that the dark mocha is going to have more sugar content in it, so it's going to be a lot sweeter, and the cocoa is not, so it's going to not have as much of a sweetness to it. It's actually kind of like mellow with that. So that's one of the other drinks that we have. The other thing that we're going to be doing with the teas is that they're going to be kind of switched out a little bit. Oh, that's our timer right there. So that's our 4 minutes. Boop, stop right there. The other thing with the teas is that we're going to be doing, and specifically with the, I can't remember if it was a Tango, but here, let me get this plugged in real quick, guys. Boop, boop, and bam. Got some power there. Oh, I may have to lower it a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I have to lower this a bit. I've been on my phone so much today that the power is running a little low. So hang on, I'm gonna find something I can anchor this with. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. And yes, you can, Amy. You can definitely have this drink. So this is definitely for you. Okay, great. So with that being my, let's go ahead and plunge our drink. Plunge that down. With that in mind, that is what were we just talking about? With the teas we're gonna do. The tea is called the Ice Peach Guava, Ice Peach Green Tea, or the Guava Black Tea. And then that's what we're going to be using for that. So that's going to be, I think people are really going to enjoy that. I think people are really going to really like the changes that you could do to that. And we'll go into more detail in the future about what more of those drinks are coming. But one of the things that I want to share with you guys is the new food item that's coming. And the new food item, oh, let me put that right there. The new food item that is coming is this Impossible, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting the name of it. But it's the Impossible, it's a meatless food item. It is a meat, oh my goodness. The Impossible, oh my goodness, I am forgetting the name of this thing. I just had it. It was actually that good. It's actually not bad. I'm usually kind of wary about kind of like Impossible meat type stuff just because of certain things that it has in it. But with this one, it was actually really good. It actually almost tasted like a cheeseburger. And we anticipate that it's going to be a very, very popular item. It's on a ciabatta bun. It has a square slab of meat, but then it also has egg and cheese on it, and it is absolutely delicious. It is really, really good. I just had it. It still got the taste lingering in my mouth, and I didn't want to eat too much of it because I still, I'm watching my diet and stuff. But it is definitely a good day for a cheat menu. But we anticipate that we're going to be running out of those a lot, and that we're anticipating that these are going to go really fast. So definitely come in the morning to. It's not an Impossible burger. It's an Impossible breakfast sandwich, and it's really good. I think it was called the Impossible sausage breakfast sandwich, I think. But I had time to write all this other stuff and totally forgot to write that name. But it is actually really good, and like I said, we anticipate we're gonna be selling out a lot. So I anticipate everyone should definitely, if they want to try it, it will be releasing on June 23rd. Okay, so June 23rd will be the day that you'll be able to get your hands on that delicious sandwich. And let me tell you, it's gonna go good with any coffee that you get or any type of refresher that you get this summer. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get a drink in. I hope you guys are, like I said, enjoying yourselves. Let's get some coffee in us this morning. So we're going to do two things here. We're going to do one without, and one with cream, okay? So we've already got our coffee good. And like I said, this week we are using our Italian roast, okay? So yes. Did you say peach? Peach. Peach on which one, homie? Yes, it's a iced peach green tea, and then an iced peach guava black tea. Okay. Yeah. But no Impossible burger, but it's similar to what kind of things that Burger King has done with their Impossible meat. Something kind of similar to that. But this is almost like I said, it has kind of like it tasted like a burger. To me, it did. It had the resemblance of a burger, but it's actually a breakfast sandwich because it comes on a ciabatta bun. And let me tell you, it looks really good, and it's definitely a good portion. I would say, like, it's literally maybe about that big. So it's slightly bigger than the bacon Gouda sandwich that you normally get that comes on the ciabatta. It's a little bit bigger. I had one of my friends and coworkers. She compared it to being similar looking to the spicy chorizo. But I think the spicy chorizo maybe just a little bit bigger, just maybe because of the type bun it was on, the croissant roll it was on. So, yeah, I think that this one is definitely a good size, and it definitely looks like it's going to fill you up. I only had a little bit of it, and it definitely looks like it would fill me up. All right, so we got our Italian roast in there. We got that nice and good Arabica coffee there. And let's get some cream in one of them. Actually, like I said, we're going to use some milk. So I'm going to use some coconut milk in this. And then we're going to have some coconut palm sugar. So I'm using some coconut palm sugar to put in that. Just a little bit, not too much. And grab a little spoon there. And pop a little bit of that in there. All right. Good deal. All right. And what I'm using is some organic coconut palm sugar. Put that back here. Got that in there, so let's get that a little stir real quick. So I hope everybody's doing great. You guys will be using the Beyond Meat, which is one of our clients. It's going to be super yummy. Yes, it is. It really is. And again, one of the things that I'm telling everyone is to make sure that if you guys want a taste of this, definitely get there early on June 23rd. We're anticipating we're going to be, with the word spreading around and even through this broadcast, that is definitely going to be an item that people can definitely want to pick up really quick. Okay, so we anticipate, we have already said, and we're looking forward to this being a hot summer item this year, next to the kiwi starfruit. I think a lot of people will really enjoy the black tea as well, or the guava black tea that we're gonna have as one of the refreshers. So if you really like teas and stuff like that, I think that's gonna be great. But this is, I think it's a bold, great new move and a great step for Starbucks with getting into the Beyond Meat and stuff like that. I think that's going to be wonderful, because I actually, when I cook myself, I use Beyond Meats and certain things like that. I don't use it all the time, but I definitely like the sausage links and stuff like that when I'm making, or sausage patties when I'm making my banchan for breakfast. And let's see here. Hi Bailey, what's going on? Hey Home Slice. Hey, I'm gonna wave at you real quick. Yeah, what's going on? Thank you for joining Taste Tuesday. It's so good to see you guys, man. Awesome. So like I said, guys, we got our Italian roast here. Let's give that a nice little taste right here. So salud, from my house to yours. Salud, and welcome to Tasting Tuesday. Let's give it a smell. Very good. And if you're smelling at home, if you happen to be following along, if not, probably most of you are not, but if you happen to be following along with me right now, just send in some comments. Let me know what are some of the notes that you guys are smelling. This is a virtual tasting, so I know that you can't obviously smell it through the phone. Not yet, anyway. But give me just some thoughts on what you think of this is what we're using, the Italian roast. Give it a slurp, or blowing it first. I don't want to burn my tongue. I'm gonna give that another try. It definitely doesn't have that smoky aftertaste, but it definitely does have a very earthy flavor to it. It's really good. Italian is your fave? Oh yeah, Italian is a good one. And Bailey, just to let you know, like with the Italian specifically, it's one of Starbucks' signature coffees that they use. Right now, we're actually in our cadence. Right now, we're using Verona, which is another great dark roast. When my store manager let me know that we're going to be doing the anniversary in the West Java, which you can get at our store as well. They're going to be doing that for a while, but with what I saw on our weekly update, we're going to be getting our Italian roast, or doing our Italian roast for this week specifically, and then so maybe not even next week I'll bounce and do some other things with the West Java. And I actually have some pretty cool ideas of what I like to do, guys, for some future tastings, or for some future virtual tastings and stuff like that. So just be ready for that. But yeah, it's definitely definitely a little bit darker. It definitely is darker than the espresso roast. That for what they said on the bag is definitely not a joke. It definitely has a darker flavor to it, because the espresso roast has usually kind of a mild aftertaste to it, but it's definitely a little bit darker, but it doesn't linger as much as far as the taste. So that was just the Italian roast with its West Java with coffee cake. Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. And let me tell you, there's some great combinations that we can do with the coffee cake itself. Maybe we'll definitely explore that in our next tasting. That's a good idea. The West Java with the coffee cake, and then I'm also gonna throw in some other little items. If you guys remember, we did what was it? What coffee did we do? I'm trying to remember. We did the coffee with the pizza, and people were like, "Wait a minute, what?" And I said, just think of it this way: if you got a tomato mozzarella panini, It's kind of like almost. I mean, they're different items, but in the same as far as the basic ingredients. It's kind of like a pizza. The only thing that we're doing is we changed out the. I kind of did it a poor man's way. I did a piece of sourdough bread, layered it with the roasted or with the tomato sauce, and then put some turkey pepperoni, and then mozzarella. I'm sorry, mozzarella slices, and then some turkey pepperoni, and then a little bit of garlic seasoning and pepper, and put that in the oven for about 5 minutes. And that was a good combination with the coffee that we had. I'm trying to remember if it was, it might be, I think we did it with the organic Yukon. I think it was that, if I remember correctly. But that was actually a really good combination. So, how much will the Beyond Meat breakfast sandwich cost? I do not know yet. It's I have to check in the system to see what that is. I'm going to guess that I'm just gonna ballpark it here. I'm going to say maybe just being safe. I'm going to say maybe between $4 and $6, usually right around in that range, which is kind of where our new sandwiches start. I don't think it'll be exceptionally expensive. Don't quote me on that yet. I didn't have a chance to look at that. So I'm not going to give a firm, hey, it's cost this much. I'll give you a ballpark. I'll just say between 4 and 6, and that's obviously with tax and stuff like that. So it's definitely gonna be worth the money. I literally just had it. It's really that good. It's definitely worth the money, and it's definitely a good vegetarian option. Again, it has the egg on it, so just be mindful of that. And I think again, with any sandwich that we can do, like for example, if you order bacon Gouda and you don't want the bacon, we can remove the bacon before we put it in the oven. Okay, so I'm sure that if you didn't want the cheese on that, you can take the cheese off, and then the same with the egg. You can remove the egg. You still have those options. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do, we're going to taste our next one. Now, this is our Italian roast, and this has what I put coconut milk. You can use cream, heavy cream, whatever milk, or acidophilus milk if you want. And then I put in some coconut palm sugar. So let's give that a taste. Salute. Ooh, yes. And the cream definitely cooled it down a bit. This is really good. It still retains its earthly flavors to it, the darkness of it, and definitely the kind of bold flavor that the without the cream. But the cream actually adds a nice little texture to it, and it slides right down the back of your throat really nicely. And the coconut palm sugar is actually really, 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 really good. So I think I think you're really gonna enjoy this a lot. Oh yeah, that's really good. Try that with the coconut palm sugar. If you don't know what that is, I got that the coconut palm sugar. I picked it up at Target, I think, and I got a big thing of it because I like to use sugars in a lot of my foods that I even like cook, even with certain meats that I cook with, or specifically ground turkey that I use. Haven't been doing a lot of red meat, I do usually a lot of ground turkey and stuff like that. So, we have any other questions right now while I got you guys? Before we go ahead and we're gonna use the rest of this coffee, we're gonna go ahead and make our German style iced coffee or iced cafe. Before we get started. So, does anybody have any other questions for anything about some of the new items? Again, I'll have a more comprehensive list. This was kind of the things I kind of got because we had to do the meeting, then we had to, and then I had to, get in transit and come down here. And luckily, there's no flying today. Definitely even with the weather kind of right now, so there's no flying, so I didn't have to rush or anything, or even do a pre-recording. But I get to hang out with you guys just a little bit longer, and I figured having the tasting a little bit later in the or early in the afternoon as opposed to later in the morning today, things are kind of jumbled up, and I had to mesh some schedules and stuff like that. So yeah, the Italian's my favorite. And again, if everybody knows, this is a fun fact, Komodo Dragon is definitely my favorite dark roast, or definitely one of my favorite coffees there. Again, it was a drink that I was having in high school and stuff like that. And again, you guys know I love those Asian Pacific coffees, and it's just absolutely delicious. So let's get started. We're going to get started on our next part of our tasting. And I'm going to set these right up here. So these vibe on the side here. Again, we got our Italian roast without any cream or sugar. And then we have Hey, good morning. What's going on? Welcome to Taste of Tuesday. Let me send you a wave there. Bam! Good to see you this morning. And then we have our next thing here, which is with our next coffee, which is our Italian roast with the coconut milk and the coconut palm sugar. So that's good stuff. So let's get started on our next part of our drink here. I'm feeling excited, guys. I'm excited. We're gonna grab ourselves a nice glass. I'm gonna set that there. It's already nice and clean. We're gonna be using, of course, our ice cream, but again, we're gonna layer it. So I'm gonna do something a little different with this. So I'm gonna let these vibe on the side right there. Let me make sure I get it all in for all the cameras here. All right, looking good. All right, because I got two cameras going simultaneously right here. One for the live stream and one for the recording here. Let's go ahead and pour some of that coffee in. So we're going to take our... Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's rim our glass real quick, okay? So let me go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we're going to rim our glass. Grab a little plate here. Got this nice little plate here. I'm going to pour some chocolate syrup on this bad boy. There we go. So got some chocolate syrup. Then I'm going to take, and in this next one, we're going to use, if you guys got to notice, I kind of use a little bit of everything that we already used in the prior tasting. So we're going to get some coconut palm sugar again. Gonna let that go. I'm going to put some of that. God, that smells so good. This coconut palm sugar is delicious. Yeah. If it seems awkward on this camera, just trust me. Trying to make it work there. So make sure we got all of that. We're going to rim the glass with that. So we're going to take those two items. So first we got our glass. We rim the glass or wet the glass real quick. And we're going to take and we're going to dunk it. We're going to dip it in the chocolate. Okay. Get a nice little rim there. And we're going to take that, get it a little bit more, rim that side around like that. Excellent. So it should look like this. And we're going to put it in our sugar here, our coconut palm sugar. Oh, I'm making a little bit of a mess. That's okay. All right. So the edge of your glass should look like that. We've got the the chocolate and the coconut sugar, the coconut palm sugar. Set that right there. Let's move that right here. Make sure we're using our Italian roast right there. Let's go ahead and pour. We're gonna pour just about, maybe just a quarter cup of coffee. Then next, we're going to get, of course, you guessed it, vanilla bean ice cream or vanilla bean yogurt or whatever kind of dairy-free yogurt or ice cream that you care to put in your coffee. So we're going to grab that. All right, so we got some vanilla bean coffee. Uh-oh, I'm freezing up. I got so much food in there. All right. This is so kind of cool. I really like doing these, man. It's just so fun. It's kind of off the cuff, you kind of see it even behind the scenes a little bit, and it's, even when I mess up or the camera drops something like that, you get to see all the foibles and stuff. So I don't mind leaving those in, and I'm usually pretty much a perfectionist about things, but over the years now, I've just kind of understood that perfectionism is kind of basically an excuse on not doing anything. So sometimes you just gotta let it flow. So that's our vanilla bean right there. Ice cream, I'm gonna put 1 scoop. Two scoop. Get that in there. And what the hell? It is a rainy Tuesday. Let's put 3 scoops. So we've got 3 scoops, and you see Ice cream melting in there. So we've got 3 scoops in there. And then we're going to pour some more coffee on there. Just give it there. So this is almost, this is almost similar to? This is almost similar to affogato. If you guys remember, affogato is basically you take some ice cream, you put a shot of espresso right on top as soon as it comes out. And I remember we did that one of our tastings too. We did affogato shots, and people really enjoyed it. But then I think that's when we also detoured, and I showed you guys who were there when we were having our actual live tasting with people. We did dead shots. So the difference between what a live shot is and a dead shot. And believe it or not, a lot of people really did enjoy a dead shot. Some people really enjoy that bitter flavor of their shots of espresso. And what's kind of interesting is that when we're making our dead shot, or sorry, not making our dead shots, when we're making our espresso in the morning, and let's say someone is waiting for their drink, we try, obviously we do our best. We get it out there as fast as possible. But some people, like, when they taste it, like, oh no, some people have told me they enjoyed the actual bitter flavor to that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, certainly not for everyone, but everyone has their own tastes and their own likes, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my man. What is going on, T? What's going on, Sam? Good to see y'all, man. Thank you for joining. I hope Lillian's watching. Lily, now you guys don't know Lily. Where are my Lily Pops, man? Sam, get on her, man. I want my Lily Pops. I want to do them here on Taste Tuesday. I want to have you guys. Actually, you know what? I want you guys to join us on a live stream one day, and I want you guys to do this tasting together. Which is another thing that I'm thinking about doing, guys, is actually getting some of you guys involved in some of the tastings. We could do like a split screen and have people just join in. Specifically, we'll do one guest at a time. So I'm thinking about having on some special guests. Just, basically people that I know that I want to talk to and bring them in. Definitely want to get first the people that come to our tastings first. So you guys know who you are. We'll definitely want to have you guys come in and join us on that. So we've got our coffee. Oh, it's nice. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. That is gorgeous. And I got that dripping on the side there. So the next thing we're going to top it off with. Actually, let me see if I had any more. I think I ran out of whipped cream. I did run out of whipped cream. So I'm just going to pour some more coffee on top just to top it off with that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we got that, and then, actually, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put another scoop of ice cream on top. No, I'm using my finger, I'm cheating. I don't care. And then, after we do that, I'm going to take a little bit more of the cinnamon, palm, sugar, sprinkle that on top. Add a little bit of a layer of the nice little design there. There you go. And voila. German style iced coffee using our Italian roast. Okay? That is it right there. Hope you guys like that. This is a damn good looking drink. And that's pretty much it for that tasting. So if you guys want to give this a shot, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and review what we did again. So it is, what we've done is we've layered. Our first layer, what we did was the Italian roast, and we did that using our French press. And after that, here, let me adjust this real quick so we get it in the other camera. But what we've done, we've layered here with our, using our French press coffee, we used Italian roast on the bottom. We just merely put 3 scoops of ice cream, or in this case, I put 4. Let it get a little bit chilled. Normally, I would put whipped cream on here, but today I just figured I want to kind of just forego the whipped cream right now and just put some cinnamon powder or cinnamon sugar, since I've already got enough right there. And as you can see, we're on the back side here, kind of running down the glass gives it a kind of like cool overflow effect, which I really like. And of course, I'm going to use metal straw. You don't have to use a metal straw, but you can. And let's give that a taste. So salud. That is delicious. Oh my goodness. Now you can add whipped cream and stuff like that to the bottom, but preferably, or to the top. But preferably today, I chose to forego that right now. But this is definitely a really good one. With the ice cream, or specifically with the vanilla bean, you definitely get a touch of sweetness more with the vanilla bean, and it kind of chills it out a little bit. But it tastes really smooth, and especially with the chocolate syrup on top. And when you mix it in, I'm gonna put a little bit more cinnamon powder in there, or cinnamon sugar, or coconut sugar, not cinnamon. You can use cinnamon, but we're using coconut palm sugar right now. Better sugar for you too. There are some sugars that are good for you, and just everything in moderation, pretty much. Okay, so let's see. Does anybody have any questions about anything before we wrap it up for our tasting today? I'm just so glad that you guys are tuning in. It was good to see. I saw a couple of you guys this morning. I got to see Ellen and Daisy. I got to see them. I always get to see them every Tuesday, which is always really good. And next week, I believe, I got to look at my schedule, but I think we'll be doing, I got to check to see if we're going to do a pre-recorded one. But I know, actually, no, next Tuesday we are going to do a live stream. So next Tuesday we're going to have a live stream again. And I know the Tuesday after that will probably be, because I know I have a flight afterwards. So you guys will see those updates on Instagram. Guys, thank you for, again, just joining us or joining me and just all of you guys together just watching this thing. It's been really fun doing this. I know it's kind of raw right now, and that's kind of how I like Tasting Tuesday, or at least specifically how we're doing our virtual tastings. But I encourage you guys, if you guys really enjoy our virtual tastings, definitely give our store a call and tell them, that you've been watching the tastings, you've been learning a lot, and talking about this. And I like to see some more interaction from you guys, just any comments or anything like that. And I know a lot of people are usually at this point, either they're going to get lunch or they're at work or anything like that. So if you got me on or got us on in the background and stuff like that, that's great. But I'm just glad that you guys are all tuning in. Like I said, if you look at the views that we've gotten on the Instagram TV, where this will be posted on, it exceeded my expectations, because with the virtual tasting, I'm able to reach a lot more people that normally wouldn't be able to come either to the store before pre-COVID, and I'm able to reach a lot more people virtually than I was having them come in, because a lot of times, again, people are stuck at work, and 10:30 in the morning, when we normally would have our tasting, is early time for people, and a lot of times a lot of people are at work. So but for those who come in, and I guess especially when we've had the big days, when we've had like at least close to like 20 people, those are always really special. And I have to let you know, it's not just me, but it's the team that makes this all together. So I just want to give a special shout out to, again, all my fellow friends and baristas at our store at Gassens and Malin. They definitely work hard for you, and they definitely are a good crew. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this tasting. Another German style iced coffee. We use our Italian roast. If you guys like, again, make sure that you're sharing this. You can share this, and this will be up a little bit later this afternoon on Instagram TV. And again, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tasting. So again, I will see you guys next week, and follow the stories and stuff like that for more updates. And until then, thank you guys for joining our virtual Tasting Tuesday. See you next week, guys. Take care.